What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro Duel video, Light of Sekka. First time actually featuring this, well, kinda new card, right? From Fallout Flames of Destruction, right? If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, this deck list got some attention a couple of weeks ago, but it's climbing in the OCG, you know, heavy monster mesh oriented deck with only like 3 Light of Sekka and this deck's name is like the longest name ever in this game's history, like Sekka, Genex, Mermail, Lithium, Troymare, well, shenanigans, whatever you want to call it, right? It's quite similar to Link plans. Again, this particular deck is much stronger, has more plays in the OCG, you know, with Troymares, etc. But also because of triple Dragoons, this deck definitely needs the third Dragoon, man. So many times I've needed that third one, sending it off of Genex Undyne, for example. Light of Sekka is quite, it's a strange card, but again gives this particular deck a huge boost, you know, 2 draws, like a Pot of Greed, and on top of that send something back from like your hand back to the deck to draw 1 card, and you know, we're all looking at that top left card here, Genex Controller, you know, opening with that particular card, 90% of the game's figure of speech, but you know what I mean, thanks to Light of Sekka, you can send it back to your deck to eventually get another search off of your Undyne, for example. But again, basically the same thing as like Link plans. Special summon everything on the field, right? Vomit your entire hand on the field. There was like a combo featuring Troymares and Mermails slash Atlanteans on, it was on Facebook. I've seen it, like putting extra Link using these new Troymare monsters. I mean, every deck, or at least any deck that can like Link spam, can just splash in these Troymare Link monsters, and depending on your engine, and something like Mermails can definitely do that, Link plans can definitely do that, you know, establish your extra Link or multiple co-linked monsters, and eventually also get like multiple draws off of what's it called, Unicorn, for example. But this deck, again, much stronger in the OCG, but you know, the OCG has like triple max C, which is like the best answer to this particular deck. Well, hand traps in general, of course, but you know what I mean. But just running like 37 monsters, multiple hand traps again. Of course, in the OCG, having access to more max C definitely helps, but yeah, pretty straightforward deck, right? So let's see a couple of example duels. Alright, a couple of examples. I think, you know, just switching things up in this particular scenario, I get to starting with Abystius Dragoons. Fairly well, not really standard, but again, the chances of opening that in the OCG is of course much higher due to the fact that they have access to triple Dragoons. It's going to be, or at least would be like crazy if we in the TCG would have access to triple Dragoons. Some standard Link upgrade shenanigans here in the deck in the form of the Crystron. Is it Crystron Phoenix? You know, banish it from the grave to get like a token. Same for O-Line, the Mecha Phantom Beast, to keep upgrading your Link stuff, your Crystron Needle Fiber into Sorceress, etc, etc. Again, I'm not too familiar with like the in-depth combos of this deck, but I'm sure, you know, with more testing and just the standard, at least, yeah, keeping in mind the standard 2/3 card combos with this deck, you can definitely go for something like Tri-Gate Wizard as well, fully backed up with co-linked monsters in the form of Phoenix, Unicorn as well, Griffin, Cerberus also in this case. 4 draws, drawing into Light of Sekka. I can't go into the battle phase here due to Mooling Glacia earlier, but that's always nice. Like, send something back from your hand and draw into another hand trap. Yep, that's how it works, right? Must be nice, Undyne, etc, etc. More draws, and now I should be able to just attack for a game. But this is how the deck works, right? A lot of special summons, establish like a lot of Link monsters, and just the fact that, you know, the Troymare monsters are just super generic, have like a couple of like co-linked monsters, maybe Phoenix, maybe what is it called, Cerberus, for example, prevent your co-linked monsters from being destroyed by battle or by card effects. That's already quite strong, and yeah, that's how it is, right? Current format. The Mermail Abyssalacia, I believe the name is, again a quite nifty, quite a nice stack or at least a nice add-on for Mermails during their opening turn if the opponent has like a hand trap, like Maxi maybe. Going for Abyssalacia gives them just some defense, some form of defense next to the hand traps if you have something like infantry in your hand, right? The opponent did have the draw on Lockbird earlier, but he's able to go for a comeback, right? Due to the draw on Lockbird, prevented myself from getting those draws out of Maxi. Borealo Dragon definitely hurts, and even though I do have a Light of Sekka in my graveyard to, you know, banish and possibly get like a draw from my deck, I think I eventually going to scoop it up. Maybe a little bit too early, but it's not going to matter too much. The Undyne, okay, special summon something from my graveyard, but it's not, again, yeah, not going to matter too much, right? Another example again, I think I get to start, yeah, immediately going to Light of Sekka, get 2 draws, the opponent is going to drop the draw on Lockbird, which is fine. You can definitely Ash Blossom the Light of Sekka, which is okay, I guess. Okay, I can't draw 2 cards, but I believe, you know, you can still use that Grave effect to send like a dead card, like the O-Line, for example, from your hand back to the deck. Abyssalacia potentially getting like a Mermail Search, indeed, searching out Abystius, a very nice addition here. I do have, at least I think I drew into another Light of Sekka, which would be nice if it wasn't for double strike. That hurts, since now I can't really use my in-hand Light of Sekka here, due to the fact that the first copy of Sekka is still in the graveyard. I opt to go for the Troymare Mutual Link Co-Link to, I believe, prevent my monsters from being targeted by card effects, well, co-linked monsters that is, and also not being able to be destroyed by battle. Normal Summon Neptabus, definitely a very nice top deck, and eventually, yeah, also the fact that, you know, that Mermaid Troymare monster triggers your Dragoons, for example, if you can discard something from your hand, again, very nice. Possibly get a draw if you have like a co-link and keep upgrading your stuff, right? If the opponent has something like Scapegoat, I can eventually go for the rank 7 play, get more tokens, establish co-link / extra link, and go for at least, yeah, just, you know, establish that link board. Another game, crazy game here. The opponent gets to start, you know, all that delicious stuff, going for Beatrice as well. He has the Fog Blade, the Ash Blossom as well. Wow, again, a very solid opening hand. But again, depending on which card effect, negation effect, if he's, yeah, that he's going to activate, I have to act accordingly. Discard the Netabis to still have my normal summon. There is the Beatrice lured out for the Farfa, banishing the, what is it called, the rank 7. But eventually my plan is, again, go for Crystal Needle Fiber, search O-Line, and potentially keep upgrading. But, you know, I yeah, gets Ash Blossomed. But priority number 17. Whatever, go for Borealo Dragon. 2 options, gain control of Beatrice or Cherubini. I opt to go for Cherubini instead. Beatrice is not really a threat, with especially with Borealo Dragon into effect, you know, not being able to be targeted by monster effect, so not really know if he has like any outs outside of Fogblade, and we know he has one. I believe he searched it out off of his what is it called, the Phantom Knight level 3. I do draw into Light of Sekka, again a very nice top deck. Normal Summon Neptabis, I believe we know he has like a Fogblade set, so you have to lure that out, go for Goblin. And I have a couple of options. Option number 1 is to go for the Troymare Link 1 monster to eventually special summon Ibli to my opponent's side of the field, you know, the Burning Abyssal Destruction effects. That's definitely an option, but I eventually opt to go for this, you know, again, the co-link between Phoenix and, what's it called, Troymare Goblin again, to get those, prevent from being destroyed by battle rights. So again, that's, I believe, a little better compared to earlier. Normal Summon Undyne, the Genex controller is already out of the, at least is already in the graveyard, but it's, again, not really going to matter too much. Borealo Dragon, very nice against Burning Abyss. Not really sure how many outs he has to Borealo Dragon, at least for Borealo Dragon. Maybe F-Zero as well, Fogblade definitely, but whatever, right, to each their own. Last example, if not mistaken. Again, some wind-up shenanigans, well, some Grinder Golem shenanigans. The opening hand is quite good if you're going first. This is a kind of a broken OP hand, especially because of the Light of Sekka again, giving you 2 draws, the Net Abyss already, and the Mooling Glacier as well. But yeah, the opponent got to start. Not really sure how he is going to end. I believe with Griffin also, but Griffin is, well, it's not that great against this particular, well, against Atlanteans, right? You know, with infantry just popping away the Griffin. So that's all good. Trying to gun the Light of Sekka, potentially getting 2 draws. This is cute, right? He also, well, he knows that Cyclone is quite dead against this particular Mermail. Listo banishing the Light of Sekka, preventing myself from getting an extra potential draw. I guess it's fine, right? To each their own. Go for Abyssal Asia, drop the Mooling Glacier again, but it's just, again, now he doesn't have like any form of interruption, so I can eventually just go for a game. Well, this is it. Genex, Atlantean, Mermail, Troymare, Sekka, whatever want to, yeah, whatever, how you want to call this particular deck, right? But crazy stuff, link format shenanigans again at its finest. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.